All right, it's Brad and Charlie back, day 4, Hobie 16, 2022 North American Championship. We're here, we're going to talk with the top team in a minute. We're going to reveal the results. One race today. Charlie, quick sit rep on what went down on the course.
Yeah, so we had a little postponing at the beginning, but pretty much we got it on track, got the mark set, and very, very light air, very tough race, very, very tough start. And the first windward mark was, no, it was the leeward mark.
Yeah.
Wow, that was something incredible. We were all pushing downwind, very, very light air, barely could navigate the boat. And it seemed like 3/4 of the entire fleet came to that leeward mark all at the same time.
At least in our mid-pack convergence.
At least here, right? And wow, it was some, yeah, a little bit of bumping, a little bit of, but everybody kept it friendly, real clean. Everybody let it go. Everybody was fine, and we sailed on and ended up finishing that one race. Shortly after that, the winds did continue to fall, and then we just got that one race in today. So they postponed until finally that's the day. So we're finished for today with one race.
Yep, and we got some exciting events tonight, but before all that jazz, we want to talk to the top team. Please come in and join us, Francisco and Faith.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Guys, we've just been admiring you from mid bottom third-ish. So like, hey man, we just want to talk to the best, and going into day 5, you guys got a 9-point lead. We're going to reveal the full results here in a minute if people haven't already checked it on Regatta Network, but I just want to hear from you all. Tell us how it's been. How's the championship going for you?
Well, it's been pretty fun actually. We came here with the idea to train for Worlds next week.
Awesome.
We kind of signed up last minute. It wasn't really in our plans because we're a little bit too close to the dates. But we figured we hadn't sailed enough, so it's like, hey, let's go, sail a little bit over there. First couple of days, everything was kind of trying to test each other out, see where the competition, everybody's at, see where we're at.
Right.
Started making a little bit of progress there, and then for the past few days, we're able to kind of tune it up a little bit better. So we feel pretty good. It's been a great race. Still hasn't been, I'm not going to say it looks easy because it's not. But the results maybe, but it's been challenging, with Mark there, with Greg, with Keiki, Pedro.
Right.
It's always you always got to watch out, see who shows up where. But it's definitely been a good moment being here, just kind of keep sailing, keep testing each other out, getting in sync with each other. It's been good. It's been good.
Awesome. We're so far behind, I can't even watch to see what you guys do. I've heard people describe that the 16 is an easy boat to sail. It's fun to sail, but to race and get that last ounce of perfection that you all are demonstrating is the difficulty and the challenge.
Yeah,
so respect.
It's definitely, thank you. It's definitely a very tricky boat. I've been sailing it, I guess, probably like 20-something years, started very young.
Awesome.
It's definitely doesn't get any easier. Everybody ups their level also kind of makes it a little bit more challenging every time. But it's definitely a boat that you can get started with pretty easily. But then you got to start, playing your adjustments, playing your tactics, sailing comes into play a lot more.
And I'm sure you train, and like you're doing right here at treating this event like training for Worlds.
Yeah, we try to. And at the same time, Faith and I have only been sailing together for the past 3 or 4 months. She sailed since she was a kid also with her dad and whatnot. I'll let her talk about that. But for sure, it's kind of more getting in sync with each other and kind of make that work a little bit better. The boat, obviously, being a 2-person boat, you really do have to be in good sync.
That's right.
Just a little bit faster.
That's right. Right. Tell us about your experiences, Faith.
Here at Nationals?
Whatever you'd like to talk about. I'm curious. Francisco brought it up. How'd you get started sailing?
We're actually both second-generation Hobie sailors, right? Both of our parents sailed Hobies. My parents raced together. I think my first time on a Hobie, I was probably like a couple months old.
Wow.
And I started racing with my dad when I was 13, and I used to race with Mark Moderman.
Cool.
And some other awesome people from the East Coast. And
wow.
I think it's really true what you're saying about being in sync. It's really important to kind of anticipate what the other person is doing, and I think for the crew, not losing focus is really important. Really not feeling like there's nothing to be looking at or nothing to do. There's a lot to be looking at and a lot to be doing, and to really stay focused on what you need to do.
That's
anticipate
right.
what you need to do before you need to do it. Get ready. make sure your lines are all organized. I think that's really important, like that the sheets are organized up at the front of the boat, and that you're ready for the next move.
Good top
Yeah,
tips, man.
great.
What would you? I am curious, right? So from a top sailor, what do you think are the, I don't know, the best 3 things to do to on the race course for success?
I mean, so we approach every race usually having a before the start overall strategy of what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what we call, I guess, strategy, maybe.
Sure.
Obviously, you have a game plan you want to execute. Sometimes it doesn't come out that well.
Right.
If you get a bad start, something comes over you, you know, something happens. And then you start playing with your tactics. Obviously, it depends where you started. If you got a good start now, you can execute that game plan. But mostly, I would say probably focus a lot on boat handling.
Yep.
It's pretty important, especially those tacks and those jives.
Right.
It's a lot more important than people think because you do lose probably an average of 10, 12 seconds per tack.
Right.
So every time and that's kind of on the quicker side, I guess.
Right.
You know, if you're on the slower side, that's a lot. And
Yeah.
these boats going, you know, what call it 10, 12 knots average.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every 10 seconds you're losing X amount of boat distances.
For sure.
So that's a big thing. I would usually say probably focus on boat handling first.
Right.
Make sure you got your movements pretty good, and you can do your strategy, and you can do your tactics.
Right. Excellent.
Wow.
Guys, I really
Nice.
appreciate talking to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Faith,
Thanks for having
it's
us.
nice to meet both of you for the first
Thank you,
time.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
And best
Right
of
on.
luck tomorrow, and
Thank
best
you.
of luck at Worlds.
Thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Represent.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, really enjoyed talking with them. I'm going to flip over to the results here for a minute. And we hear in the background that there's going to be another Chalk Talk seminar, so we will try to go over and record that as well. All right, folks, bear with me.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool hearing from the top dog here that some of these tactics, some of these information, like boat, line organization. I mean, I've never really heard anyone speak of that.
Right.
I mean, we all know
Well,
that-
imagine when you get it wrong, like today at
Exactly.
our cluster
Exactly.
gate thing, and my
Mhm.
main sheet was wrapped around the traveler cleat.
Exactly, and then it's a
It was an
costly
issue.
thing to get you distracted, lose your heading, have to go to the back of the boat, get the boat out of balance, all those things. So, and like she said, anticipating the next move, getting prepared for the next move, all that to me, I've never really necessarily heard
Somebody
anyone
articulate that.
Yeah, talk
Yeah.
about that. So that's awesome.
All right, guys, let's run through the results from the bottom up. 43, Chris and Keith out on the water today. They did score a DNS today. We saw them on the water. Okay, we got Kathy and Dave in 42, Bobby Bruce in 41, Mike and April in 40th, Chris and Ginny in 39th, Dan Kuchenbach and Ryan Krager in 38th. You might have seen the YouTube short featuring Krager working out this morning. He's buff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got Mike and Haley in 37, Doug and Megan 36, Conrad and Karen, this is their second knack, they're in 35th, Steve and Cade 34, and we got Eric and his crew in 33. That's not Gabriella, she's on another boat. Willem and Patricia in 32, Robin and William in 31 on Ramble On, Keith and Allie in 30th, Ken and Lynn on Team Catnap, 29. Brad and Charlie, Hobie High Life, 28th. Right, we got a 24 today, but we went down a position. You know, that's what happens when your competitors around you do better.
Yeah.
Speaking of doing better, Bruce Williams and Alex today, they got a 6th. Huge jump in points, so they leapfrogged us by a point. They're in 27th now. Xander and Kyler, we felt like we were neck and neck. We were, in fact, neck and neck with them downwind. We got a 24 and they got a 12. So big bump for them as well at 26th. Looks like we got a tie up here at 24. Ronald and Donna tied with Octavio and Abdulio. Then in 23rd on Big Red, Wally and Lindsay. Congrats, guys. 22nd, Adam and Danielle on Sisu. Chris Wessels and his crew on Fireball in 21st. Alan and Chelsea in 20th. Bob and Megan in 19th. Joel and Kayla, we're always crossing them on the course and they're always beating us. Congratulations, guys, 18th. Bob and Kirk in My Mother's Kitchen. Maybe it's their mother's kitchen in 17th. Dave and Stephanie on Lula in 16th. Austin and April moving up in the world, got a 5th today. 15th place overall in the Oracle Banana. Dave and Linda in 14th. Jim and Diane in 13th. That's a tie for 12th, actually, with Jim and Diane and Pedro and Coco. All right, Jim and Tina in 11th. Top 10, looks like we actually got a tie for 9 here with Rob and Darcy and Roger and Jalen. Rob and Darcy representing South Bay Sail and Kayak there. Mark and Sheila, Team Mariner Sails in 8th. Might have slipped down a spot for them. Michael and Krista got a 2nd today, wowzers, in 7th place on Lucky. Fun fact, Krista won that boat in the raffle at 2019 Worlds.
Wow,
That's
awesome.
why it's called Lucky. Jason and Heather, just the tip, in 6th. Team Wind Toys, Mike and Kathy in 5th. Looking good. All right, moving up to the serious low point totals here. We got Keiki and Irene in Exodus in 4th place. Sail number 128. Boy, we see them on the course and wish we could be like that. We got Mark Moderman and Grace in 3rd on Meerkat there. Only 1 point separating them from 2nd. Greg and Karen. Today, it looks like they used up their throw out. Tomorrow's the big day. All right, and we just talked to our top team, Francisco and Faith. Team Sail PR, 13 points total. That is impressive. That's our result recap rundown. Pop back to the camera feed, and we're gonna sign out here. Charlie, any final words?
No, just looking forward to tomorrow and see, hopefully we can get some races in.
That's right. Tomorrow is the day.
It is the day.
The last day.
Yeah.
See how many races we get, focus, finish, and put up some numbers.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Put it there, buddy.
Right on.
All right, guys, we're out. See you tomorrow.